Oh, yeah.
Grab one more drink.
Oh. I'm sorry?
It's a very simple one.
I'll bet.
They're never extended.
I doubt it.
Yeah. Not like that.
This is short.
They're very short. That's all I have.
I like it.
Oh, I didn't wait for myself.
Take this one.
No. I'll read it first. I'm walking shoulder to shoulder with Pierre on a sidewalk. It is raining steadily. My right hand and his left hand are holding on to an umbrella that we're both sharing between us.
What do you make of it?
I think it's very beautiful. In the dream, my eye went and I focused on our shoulders rubbing each other, and I want to say that the touching of our shoulders was very erotically beautiful. And I felt safe. It was raining. It was very steadily. The water was coming down, really pouring. And in the dream, I had the notion that we were in a third world country. But I didn't see any people.
Talk about the umbrella.
It was like purplish and big.
Huge.
Yeah. Big. And I felt safe in there. I felt safe.
The rain. Talk about the rain.
The rain. The drops had like rainbow in the drops, rainbows, colored rainbows.
Talk about that.
And there was a lot. Well, like I said, it was raining steadily. It was pouring.
And each drop was like
A rainbow. It
like
was
a rainbow.
yeah.
What
The
is that?
colors of the rainbow.
The colors, right?
The spectrum, yeah. And it was, of course, very beautiful. And
that
I
itself was beautiful.
yeah. And I felt like I was next to a divine being.
Mm-hmm. What was the rainbow light?
Reds and oranges, yellows, greens.
All those colors.
The spectrum of
Oh. So what did that do to the scene itself? Right, that was
beautiful. It was beautiful.
Yeah,
It made it.
very, the whole thing was very.
It was just.
Yeah. Have you had experiences of beauty before? Where would you put this?
Very tough.
Way up there, huh? Oh. How are you functioning? With, what's his name?
I'm functioning right with Pierre Grimes. That I'm functioning right next to a divine being, and we're both
Right,
on
right. So
a
you're
path.
functioning-
I was walking. Yes, we're functioning as divine beings.
Right, okay.
That's it.
Oh, no, that's okay, thank you.
Tao Te Ching, the Tao Te Ching. Now, unfortunately, my books are packed in boxes, so I couldn't get what I would like to have. But let me just talk about this, okay?
I have 71.
Would this help?
Who's the translator?
Pierre, would this help?
Maybe. Thank you. Wait a minute, just I want to see one thing.
You have 71 chapters or something.
Well, no, then give it back to you.
51.
Okay, I was looking for the Chinese.
I have the Chinese in mind. Here.
Here's the Chinese. Chinese. Yeah.
Okay.
Book 2.
Or these symbols.
Oh, good. Oh, that's Tao. That's this is Tao. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Chinese too.
Okay? It's a question. Okay? What would it be like if you were going along a path that you could directly see into the very mystery of existence? Okay? I apologize for my bad calligraphy, but this character is meant to suggest flowing. This is the character for a road or way. So this is the character for, in the old days it was written this way. That's an I. That can either take this form or so to be able to see directly using the whole of sight, right? That's seeing into the mystery of existence. If you can then go along that path, that would allow you to see directly into the mystery of existence. That is Taoist. That's Tao. Okay? Now, I'd appreciate it if you do one more thing. The heart of Confucianism is the same as Plato. I mean, it is the same. Plato has more distinctions, but in theme is exactly the same. Therefore, the heart of Confucianism is Te. Now, I'd like you to do something, Warren. Would you just write in one sentence what you mean by the word virtue? Just write it out. Okay, answer this now. What would it be like if you could see directly into your mind or heart, right? In an instant, bang. And if you could act in whatever you're doing this way. Would that be interesting?
That's Chip. That's Chip.
Swiftly again, right? And what's interesting about this character, and this is one I always so this is a character for a heart. Heart and mind in Chinese are the same thing. Seeing into your heart, seeing into your mind, same thing. Directly. Right? It's like flowing water, smooth, fluid. If you can see directly into your mind, bang, in an instant, that is the character for virtue. See, they do not define things. They have ideograms that explain what it would be like if you were doing it. Function. How would you function if you were virtuous? How would you function if you were seeing into the mystery of existence? Function. It's always function.
Isn't the first character there master? The first character?
The first character.
Yeah, the tall. The line. Yeah, it's either master or student.
This is two different views of.
Oh, okay.
This is directly flowing.
All right.
Right. This is speedily going, but they're both going.
I remember something different.
Right. Now, this work is a beautiful example of the second hypothesis. With interrelationships with the first and occasionally third.
You see that's two translations, right, Pierre? Because it has an old, they've discovered an old text. So it's kind of
Here it is. So, anyone who's going to put this into words, the way they can be spoken of, that's not the Tao. As for names, the name that can be named is not the name. Hey, the nameless is the beginning of 10,000 things. In Chinese thought, 10,000 things means the universe, all things. Therefore, those constantly without desire, by this means, will perceive, its subtlety. If you get in a state without desire, then you'll see the Tao, the subtlety of the Tao. those who got desires, all they'll see is their own desires and the objects of their desires. The desire and desireless, they merge. They have different names, but you can call them the same. So it ends up being that which is profound or more profound is the same thing. That's the gateway into all subtleties. We get to 40. 25 is good too. What's going on?
Well, maybe use somebody else's text. Easier.
What's going on?
I've got 40 here.
There's two different texts in there, an older one, and they discovered an older text, and so they're making a comparison. So it's kind of a
How's it bring religions of the world? Sure about that.
maybe choose or focus or somebody else's would be easier.
Oh, 42. How does this sound familiar? The way, Tao, gave birth to the One. The One gave birth to two. Two gave birth to three.
Yeah, like that.
Three gave birth to the 10,000 things.
Mm-hmm.
The 10,000 things carry yin on their backs and wrap their arms around yang, male and female. Through the blending of the ki, the power, they arrive at a state of harmony.
Oh, this is different.
The things that are hated by the whole world are to be orphaned, widowed, and have no grain. Yet kings and dukes take these as their names. Thus it is with all things. Some are increased by taking away, while others are diminished by adding on. Therefore, what other men teach, I will also consider and then teach to others. Thus, the strong and the violent do not come to a natural end. I will take this as the father of all my studies. I must have made a mistake. I thought it was 40. Oh no, okay, it's a, the way is great, but it has no name. Only the way is good at beginning things, and also good at bringing things to completion. So reversal is the movement of the Tao. Weakness is also the function of the Tao. Okay, here comes a line. The things of the world originate in being, and being originates in non-being. This is one of the key sections that bridges Taoism and Buddhism. They capture this and they say, hey, they got it. The great Tao flows everywhere, can go to left or right. All things depend on it for life. It doesn't turn away from them. It accomplishes its task, doesn't claim credit. It clothes and feeds all things, but doesn't claim to master over them. This is not structured
The same way as the normal.
the way I would like it to be.
Maybe the one Gina had would be more normal.
Jumps all over the place.
You're all giving this.
That's my favorite.
He's got it. He's got the first after the 77th, which makes sense.
Makes sense.
If you want, you can try this one and see if it makes it.
No, that's thanks. I'll use this one. Number 6. The valley spirit never dies. We call it the mysterious female. The gates of the mysterious female. These we call the roots of heaven and earth. Subtle, yet everlasting. It seems to exist in being used. It's not exhausted. I should get to 25 if I can find it. Here. This is really, try this. There was something formed out of chaos that was born before heaven and earth, quiet and still, pure and deep. It stands on its own, doesn't change. It can be regarded as the mother of heaven and earth. I do not yet know its name. I style it the way. When forced to give it a name, I call it great. Now, great means to depart. To depart means to be far away, To be far away means to return. The way, Tao, is great. Heaven is great. Earth is great. The king is also great. In the country there are 4 greats. King occupies 1. Man models himself on the earth. The earth models itself on heaven. Heaven models itself on the Tao. And the way models itself on that which is, so it's on its own. I think 9 was not 9. The highest good, like water. Water is good at beginning 10,000 things, yet it doesn't compete with them. It dwells in places the mass of people detest. Therefore, it's close to the way. In dwelling, the good thing is the land. In the mind, the good thing is depth. In giving, a good thing is being like heaven. Speaking, good thing is sincerity. In governing, good thing is order. In affairs, good thing is ability. In activity, good thing is timelessness. It is only because it does not compete that therefore it is without fault.
No comment.
Here's one that's a favorite of mine. Often many people like this one as well. "30 spokes of a wheel unite in one hub. It is precisely where there is nothing that we find the usefulness of the wheel."
And in a vase,
We fire clay, makes vessels. It's precisely where there's no substance that we find the usefulness of clay pots. We chisel out doors and windows. It's precisely in empty spaces that we find the usefulness of the room. Therefore, we regard as having something as beneficial, but having nothing as useful. How about a nice little yoga?
What number?
Oh, yeah.
Number?
10.
What number, Pierre?
10.
10. In nourishing the soul and embracing the one, can you do it without letting them leave? In concentrating your breath and making it soft, can you make it like that of a child? in cultivating and cleaning your profound mirror? Can you do it so that it won't blemish? In loving the people and giving people life to the state, can you do it without using knowledge? In opening and closing the gates of heaven, can you play the part of the female? In understanding all within the four reaches, can you do it without using knowledge? Therefore, give birth to them and nourish them. Give birth to them, but don't try to own them. Help them grow, don't rule them. This is called profound virtue. When you, the Taoism, right? Like this is see, Taoism has a fundamental analogy, right? Which is the way we would put it. Or little a, right? So, in the masculine there's the feminine, and the feminine there's the masculine. These are dynamic. They turn. It's a dynamic interrelationship. Um, 28. When you know the male, you hold on to the female. You'll be the ravine of the country. When you're the ravine of the country, your constant virtue will not leave. And when your constant virtue doesn't leave, you'll return to the state of an innocent, of the infant. When you know the pure, yet hold on to the soiled, you'll be the valley of the country. When you're the valley of the country, your constant virtue is complete. Hey, when your constant virtue is complete, you'll return to the state of uncarved wood. When you know the white, yet hold on to the black, you'll be the model for the country. So when you're in the model for the country, your virtue won't go astray. When your constant virtue doesn't go astray, you'll return to the condition which has no limit. This is the major theory in Taoism now. When uncarved wood is cut up, it turned into vessels. When the sage is used, he becomes the head of officials. Truly great carving is done without splitting. Well, don't split the wood you're carving. Hey, you know what? To understand others, that's knowledgeable. To understand yourself, that's wise. To conquer others, that has strength. You have strength. To conquer yourself is to be strong. To know when you've had enough, that's to be rich. To go forward with strength, you're having ambition. To lose your place is to the last long. To die but not be forgotten, that's a true life, true long life. Huh, right. The Tao is nameless. When marquises and kings are able to attain it, 10,000 things would transform on their own. Having transformed, where their desires become active, I would subdue them with nameless simplicity. Having subdued them with nameless simplicity, I would not disgrace them. Not being disgraced, they'll become tranquil. And heaven and earth will of themselves be correct and right. Hey, the way of heaven, it's like the flexing of a bow. The higher it presses down, the lower it raises up. So, 71. To know you don't know is best. Not to know you don't know, there's a flaw. Therefore, the sage, not being flawed, stems from his recognizing a flaw as a flaw. Therefore, he's flawless. the way, the Tao 62, is that towards which all things flow. It's the treasure of the good man and that which protects the bad. Beautiful words can be bought and sold. Honored deeds can be presented to others as gifts. Even with things that people regard as no good, will they be rejected? Therefore, the Son of Heaven is being enthroned. The world had a beginning, which can be considered the mother of the world. Having attained the mother in order to understand her children, if you return and hold on to the mother to the end of your life, you'll suffer no harm. No need to leave your door to know the whole world. No need to peer through your windows to know the way of heaven. The further you go, the less you know. Therefore, the sage knows without going, names without seeing, completes without doing a thing. So pick and choose.
Well, I have a question.
Pardon?
I have a question. So here, I have three translations. I have three translations here on my tablet. And there's a fourth here, and they're all very different. My question is, when you studied with your teacher, what did he say about translations? And did he give you, did you guys work out a translation? And do you have that?
That's just my personal view is that that if you go back to the Shuang origin of Chinese calligraphy, it preserves the metaphors, and then you can, it's, if you read Chinese characters with that in mind, you're really, it's a sin. It's not a translation.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at the Chinese. I remember some of it, but it's very. You can magnify it if you want.
Are you doing that Lao translation?
No, I think it's called yellow something. Yellow.
Yeah, but it,
Yellow bridge, you can get 3 parallel translations.
okay.
You say you're looking at the characters,
And they also have the characters.
and you're reading the characters?
Yeah, I remember some
Hot damn.
Is it a website?
I need to go one more step back
See, look at this one.
from the original.
You can just click on see
Yeah,
where the
yeah.
translation.
So, okay. But,
And then you get all the.
I mean, because
it's a
Do they have the
meditation.
characters? Yes, they do.
So I emailed it to
And
her.
it
This
says
translation.
there are some reference
She
to
might spread it around.
the second hypothesis.
I thought so.
What?
Sometimes you can see it.
I'm not so sure.
So Pierre, I just wanted to show you this.
Yeah,
So this is that translation in a little book. It's got all the Chinese here.
yeah, I don't do it.
Oh.
I've been corrupted.
Okay.
What, by Greek?
So look, you go through it and tell me what you like, and let me hear, like, if you have the text, what would you say?
Yeah, let's do that.
Which one?
I have religions of the world text, whatever that is.
Did you mumble?
Religions of the world text, whoever did that. Religions of the world text, whoever did that.
It seems that by mastering the Tao, you achieve a sense of inaction, virtue, humility, not striving, and you're proactive.
That's right.
So that's the character of a person who does that. But let's see, where was the reversion? There was one, you read one that was complete, but there's a really short one. Oh, reversion is the action of the Tao. Gentleness is the function of the Tao.
Can I read it?
The things of this world come from being, and being from non-being.
Yeah, that's for you.
What number's that?
That was 40. He read it, but just a different translation.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why you can do so many beautiful things with, like every translator is interpreting.
Hell yeah.
It has to be. How to. Let's quit.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of dreams tonight.
Yeah.
Kind of wears you down.
Yeah, it's a lovely thing.
Got an announcement, Dave, for tomorrow?
Oh, please. You're welcome to join that guy. And I'd be willing to supply a space in which that guy could be. And coffee. But I'm out of cream.
Here it is.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
Nancy on the spot.
You see, this, the reason, one of the reasons this is so confusing is there was a discovery of an older patent. If you want to go and take a look at it, you can, not yet.
Really, shares the table.
Yeah, which makes it very confusing.
Once you say it, that is okay. But it's
And then in the back is a comment, some notes about this, like two translations. So, I haven't looked at it yet. I ordered it from Amazon.
What do you got?
Barbara, I sent you a copy of this foundation,
Oh, okay.
and,
A link for a download or what?
I actually emailed the whole thing.
Yeah, the food
As a PDF?
I'll put up my
pleasure.
on my table. I put
Did you talk to Morgowski?
I did.
The weather's great, that would
For a
be great.
little bit.
It's not, I pretty much have a chance.
And,
My house.
okay.
yeah, so Monday would be
Too many
okay.
bosses.
So let's see here.
So it'll be good.
Yeah, that was, that's still dancing.
Now,
I'm sort of on the tree. A little bit of the
And then I'm going to
oh,
kind of do
Yeah.
it's kind of set aside for philosophy, music.
I was about 10 minutes late this morning, and Pierre said that 10 minutes didn't make a difference in terms. But out of the blue, Gina sent me her tape, which is what I forwarded to you. And if it works, that's fine. I'm going to find out soon. I'm going to go looking for music, and so I wondered, some evening might you have time to go to, you recommended Best Buy?
Oh, yeah.
And then that other place, maybe, if there's nothing. I thought I'd bring one of the recordings I really like in the car and kind of use that as a measure.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
That's how I really noticed the difference. I'm playing this one in my house. I'm going, what? I'm robbed. I've been robbed.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
That was bizarre. But I thought I'd give you a heads up, and then I'll send you an email, and you can let me know what works for you.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds really fun.
Okay. Thank you.
Commentary. All that is.
Very much a doubt.
It's unceasing.
Yes. Some people don't carry that